So hello everyone, I'm Morten here and welcome to my review of Little Witch Academia episode 17. A really good episode. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. I was sitting there doing some looking at the animations again and I was like, wow, this has so many good parts. I took notes and like usually when I took notes I messed up some images, maybe sometimes I take like some like text with it and so on and write something down and so on at the same time. And usually I get to around like 10 or so images. Then I think is okay, these are important scenes of this episode. And this one I'm up to 22. So this tells me, okay, this is a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff. So, okay, this is really good. Like great comedy, great action, good interaction, right? With characters and so on. So first and foremost, talking about Amanda, right? I like Amanda. She's my favorite supporting character. So obviously I like this some more. I'm biased. I'm like, yes, Amanda's getting some screen time. Yes, obviously that's a general feeling. The live reaction, I'm like, can't say too much how much I love Amanda. But I really enjoy how she is obviously this super tomboy. I like tomboys. And she's a super tomboy character. And she's like, let's infiltrate the boys' school. I have an idea. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be a man. I was like, yes, this makes perfect sense. She's a classic tomboy. You know, witches have magic. Of course, you're gonna have, you know, some kind of gender bender ability. It's like, yeah. This is spot on. How we do it. Like, I just wait for the Dushini to come out. Hopefully, some of the Dushinis in this situation, right? And they're gonna do this scene, which you can like take him on his men and so on. It's gonna be, it's a given, yeah. But so that's great. And I love the whole fighting part, especially when she did the sword into that, right? And I was like, this is Thundercats. I didn't say it through live reaction, but I looked at it again. I was like, that's exactly the Lion-O Thundercats thing when she does get the biggest sword. I was like, Thunder! Damn it, I missed it in the live wrestling because I saw it. Maria was watching it for this review. I was like, God damn it, that is Thundercats! That's a Thundercats reference straight up! And I didn't say it. I was like, oh man, now I see it. That's clear Thundercats. I was like reacting, oh that's cool, but afterwards I was like, oh my god, it's Thundercats. It's like the second time I saw that already, I was like, oh it's Thundercats. But anyway, I love the whole part because she was like, I finally got my magic back! Biggest sword! It wasn't like she was gonna be like, yeah, I can trust some spell set here, you know, immobilize it. No, I'm gonna get a better fucking weapon so I can fight you as a physical combat handler, right? She's still a typical tomboy character. She's like, yeah, what do magic it? Enhancing my strength. It's like, yeah, that's what she does with magic, right? Very straightforward, I loved it. The whole fight was awesome. It's a great action part. He getting stuck and so on, right? And all of course interactions. And it kind of felt like, is this gonna be her love interest? It's kind of like, I mean, he did redeem himself in the end, like, oh, it's all my fault, father took all the blame, right? Blackwell. So it's kind of like, yeah, maybe. First I was like, they're fighting him too much in the beginning. That's like, no, he's kind of like, he obviously likes her at least in the end. He beat, like, she beat him fair and square, even though he cheated. Yeah, I was like, he cheated, of course. Which that time was pretty good. He's gonna cheat with the coin. Classic evil guy's like, yeah, let's attack when the coin hits the ground. Oh, it's halfway down. Ooh, classic evil guy. So that was great. And potentially. But it was a little ridiculous though when she was actually, that was probably the only scene, well the Akko scene I guess, it's both of them really, when she was gonna fight him, right, after she you know, exposed to cheating. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna spell that. I was like, what? Even if you hand your magic there, why would you use expose that was stupid. That was a little like forced plot there. She was like something, haha, no, I'm gonna make you a frog or something. That was like, what? What was that scene? And then Akko, of course, saves her. She's like, he jumps in, it's like, Akko, no! It's like, what the hell, Akko? We can escape later. It's like, yeah, those two scenes were really forced. That was the only thing really bad in the episode. They really forced, like, they just forced them to get the grade, forced them to fight the thing, the Troy plan, right? That was a little bad. That's the only really bad episode, because it didn't make sense. Both Amanda and Akko are pretty intelligent characters, so that was like, what? I was like, what's this planning? So anyway, that's kind of the Amanda part, love the whole battle. I think he's a love interest, Blackwell. Probably is kind of, if he ever appears again, but it kind of felt that was kind of building up there. Also because she's very, like, you know, aggressive character, right? She's always very masculine, and he's also very kind of like, yeah, your face are cheating, and you know, he's like, if you want to cheat, you should learn from the master. So that's kind of like, yeah, they're kind of similar actually, right? They're actually kind of similar. He's more of a douchebag and so on, but he can redeem himself, and I think they should have a lot of in common, right? They're actually quite similar characters, kind of personality-wise. I think like, yeah. So anyway, Amanda, great, loved her, loved everything with Amanda. It was awesome. I just wish they had more. If there was an older anime, they would put more like she's going into the boys' locker room and be like, nah, I guess a chance looking at the boys now. That's probably one thing missing out there, yeah. But other way, then I have of course the Akko part, being a mouse or rat, an Asumi, and I really like the whole part for the animated her just talking to Andrew, but overall, but it was such a good animation because you just feel it. Oh, this is Akko. Like it's like all the scenes with her being angry, doing the different plan, the pouching voice, and then she's like happy. Yeah, one of her just that's like, and then another one was just like, yeah, I did it. So it's like the smug Akko, angry Akko, upset Akko, excited Akko. They really meant to capture everything we know and love with Akko as a mouse, right? Because great animation, great like how she's standing with her ears and eyes and body language. Everything was so good. So I love all those parts, especially the part where she's fighting with Andrew. That was really good. Both in like how animation was, it's a comedy of it because she's a mouse and it makes it funny, even though it would probably be kind of funny otherwise to human. But yeah, even more funny. And it's also story-wise, right? So it's like pausing, the dramatic pause. So it's like that, but also had a great story. Like kind of still building on his, because Andrew is like, I don't want to be a political person. But I wanna, I have to because it's my destiny. It's what I have to do for the people. That going with that, right? And Akko is the reverse. That's why he both like and hates her, right? Because Akko is like, no, I don't care about what I wanna do. I don't care what other people say. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the new shadow sheriff. I'm gonna make people happy. And it's like, but no one ever asked him to do that because also he has a lot of pressure, right, from his father, from his family, from the whole like society to be something, right? And she's like, I know no one person to be, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I wanna do it. And he's like, no, that's stupid. Should the people want it to be at? So he's more about, okay, this is my destiny, I'm gonna do this, right? This is what was given to me, I have to do it. And she's of course like, no, I wanna do this. I wanna be this thing. And obviously they have very different outlook on it. And of course each time though, she affects him by making him more and more be himself, right? He protects her twice, both from Mr. Mouse and then later on the end, right? And actually three times, I think about 3 times. He protects him, yeah. So he keeps protecting her. He keeps, breaking the rules, so to speak, not following the typical, political things father wants to do and so on. So obviously he likes her a lot, and she's especially the first time they meet her, he's very interested in her, right? Because Akko is the crazy, because he knows Diana, but Diana is very like, she's very political, which like very like calm and collected and very like, yes, let's do this one. So Akko is breaking all the norms, right? He likes it because he wants to. Obviously, Andrew wants to break the norms. He doesn't want to have to be a political, try to be the president. He doesn't want to be it. Maybe he wants to be it, but he's probably doing it for his father and generally family and pressure from the society, right? Because he's this, this family name. You have to be a political person. You have to be president. Yeah. So obviously he doesn't want to do that, or not least forced to do it. So that's why he's almost like accurate. Akko's never doing anything that anyone else wants to do. Yes, he's not doing it on own time, right? So he's like, So obviously he's admiring Akko being able to do something he cannot do. However, though, every time when it comes to show, he actually does stuff against it. So yeah, he actually is very rebellious, for being him, right? But he doesn't actually admit it. But it's very. So I like the whole part. So they were fighting. There's a great story part there for both of the characters. Because obviously he's right somewhat with Akko as well. But Akko is too rebellious, right? It's like maybe you should, listen to people. Maybe you should do this thing or so on. For example, if she had listened to Ursula and Andrew's, defense, like when he said to Akko pretty much, maybe you should follow some experienced people, because obviously if she had listened to Croy, listened to Ursula instead, had more patience, as she did learn everything last week, and waited for it, she wouldn't go into this whole Croy trap. Obviously Croy planted the whole Holy Grail, right? So that wouldn't have happened if she had, listened to Ursula more, read more books and so on, right? So he's like, maybe you should also sometimes, listen to your peers, listen to your teacher and so on, right? She's like, no, I wanna do this, yeah, and that also Akko is trap and trick, so he's right somewhat with Akko. Like, it would be perfect if she could learn a little from him and he can learn from her, right? That's unfortunately it's pretty much he learns from her every time, and she doesn't really get so much from her on the other side. But anyway, it was a great scene, and overall all the mouse was really funny. Even though like Amanda was pretty much the main character, right? Amanda did the fights, Amanda did pretty much almost all the actions. It was really great to see like the Akko, how she expressed like, yeah, no, Amanda, you're pretty hot there, Amanda. It's like all of those things like that. Like, yeah. All was really good. And so that's that part. But generally with Akko, right? And of course the whole plot then is like based on. I'm happy they didn't see there was a word. I was happy they didn't get in the word. and obviously Croy. And I love the last part where also Croy eats some Insta ramen. He's like poor student, you know, classical nerd, right? Sitting near the computer, eating ramen. It's like, yes, my new weapon is good as well. It's like, yes, super outcast nerd in their own tower somewhere. But yeah, we see her, of course, doing her stitch. She was built the machine. She was giving her the grail, right? Very, very obvious that she was behind that. I mean, obviously, even before we saw it, the whole grail thing is probably planned to her, the whole idea, right? Or actually, no, maybe not, because she heard her say that it was like grail. But obviously, she built the grail thing to release the thing that made the machine and so on. So on for all the weaponry, right? And testing it out and so on. If you can build witches, stuff like that. You know. Little short extra do with that thing, but yeah, still some other weaponry for her, that's kind of auto magic armor thing, yeah. Something like that. And of course, she also can trick Akko and so, which she can easily do. And also it shows that Akko doesn't remember anything about being, you know, kind of mind progged by her. Like, that doesn't seem to affect Akko. Actually likes her, so she can't remember anything that happened to her. Ursula saved her and so on. That has to be removed from memory. And lastly, though, in this episode, it was weird, it's over the Cavendish thing, and then it never happened with it. Especially as they went to the boys' school. I mean, because the boys' schools, even though obviously there are boys there, they had Christian boys' school, they are political, right? So most of them know the established, fine Cavendish family, right? And it was like nothing was first read, and there's nothing and so on. So I guess it's gonna be next episode then, yeah, something like that. Because it was like, oh, it's a problem with the Cavendish family and so on. It's just like Diana, and then nothing happened with that. So that has to be foreshadowing for next episode, or maybe later, but I guess next episode. They did talk about tradition and history for the fifth word, so that could be something with the Cavendish, that maybe one of the oldest witches. You know, it's likely that maybe Diana is one of the the other witches, like her, you know, her ancestor could be that, or something like that. You know, also people say it's maybe in the future, I don't think that, but yeah, but the future Diana, but that could be something. The Cavendish family could be one of the oldest witches family and so on. So history, tradition. Might be with that thing, I don't know, but probably next episode. So it's kind of weird that they never mentioned it again, not at the end. And also that Andrew didn't say anything about it. Maybe you could just hint at that. Like, how is Diana going? He's like, fuck Diana! Like, that would be something, yeah, but that didn't happen, a little weird. But overall, I mean, the episode was great. Everything from just the gender bender, the mouse part, it's just really good. The damn Thundercat reference, clearly a Thundercat reference, but she finished the robot or mecha thing is Dolly Blackwell, and I was like, damn it, how can I say that? But otherwise, you know, it was great humor. For example, I love it. She was like, she wants to impress Andrew, right? So I love the part where she saved the robot, blasted them away. She's like, I meant to do that, Andrew. Yeah, you see that? I'm a great witch. She was like, yes, I planned Kako, yeah. I was like, I was trying to impress him, of course. She can never admit it, but she likes him, obviously. And the last part was kind of cute, too, because it starts out with like Amanda being, I'm gonna drop out of school. This place is so boring. It's old. It's like, you say it every day, but this time I mean it. I mean it this time, Akko. And then, of course, in the end, you see them flying there through the sunlight, and it's like perfect, like sunset, twilight, you know, very beautiful romantic scenes. It's like, you can't leave me, Amanda. I was like, yeah, but you got to fight Amanda, so you get you feel fresh now. You're gonna beat someone up. But you're happy now because it's Tobor, she wants a fight, right? It's like, nah, that's true. Yeah, I feel better now when I punch someone in the face. Yeah, I feel better now. Yeah, we will more adventures tomorrow, Amanda. I was like, okay, fine. I want to leave school today. It's like, yeah, fine. I stay with you, Akko. So it's Akko and Amanda. I loved it right in the end. Great, like that was great. And also how Akko knows he's just a tomboy. It's like, yeah, but you got to punch someone. Do you like that, didn't you? No, that's true. And if you hang with me, you can punch with me. Yeah, that's true. You get a lot of trouble, Akko. I like that. It's like, Akko's like, I promise to make more trouble, so you don't leave me. It's like, no, that's true. It's true. You're troublesome. I like that. So anyway, great episode. Each 10 out of 10 for me. Much better than last week. Much better. It had everything, just like with Ursula part. The Ursula episode up to 15, it had action, it had comedy, it had great animation. Everything was just really good all the way on. So yeah, see you guys next week. Have a great day.